It's game time in Los Angeles from the Staples Center. All the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game. Losing to the Wizards. Now, here is Russell. And he drives in. Stolen by Washington. Got a piece of it. And stolen by LeBron. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ball. And it's Davis missing. Here's Charlotte. That's a 2 from Rozier. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, it's all about shooting in rhythm. And Rozier that time was able to measure the shot and then knock it down.
Outside Russell. And there's the drive. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. From deep, James unable to get that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, James Borrego had a few minutes to share with me.
The assist from
He was focused on keeping the score close. Coach said, we know LeBron's going to get his, so they have to try to limit the production of everyone around him. That's a tall task, given LeBron's elite playmaking ability. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Bogdanovich. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
There's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Inside. Stolen by Washington.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it, but he got in position for the steal.
It's Williams with the drive. Nice move. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
And it's Washington missing. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Rozier. No good on that one. Davis gets a wide open look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. To the middle. Here's Carter. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Timeout call. All right. Look who's coming under the court. It's loud. Here they are. Your Laker girls.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
For the away team.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in.
Look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your Laker girls. Laker girls.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Bouknight. It's stolen by Davis.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Coley Stein, a screen. To the paint. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, you look at Russell, one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's the three. Charlotte no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And the Hornets with possession here. After the basket by Los Angeles.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now here's LeBron. There's the steal. Oladipo goes in. And stolen by LeBron. Right side Davis. Back to LeBron. Pass to Davis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Anthony Davis.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already. Not the way you want to start a ball game.
Pass to Coley Stein. Ingles with the ball. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Takes the 13-footer. And the shot falls short this time. With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active.
Get loud. Here they are. Your Laker girls.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Well, with guys like Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, we've seen, Clark, the resurgence of the center position in the NBA.
Yeah, how about that, Kevin? A little bit of back to the future, because historically centers were the go-to guys on title teams when you look at the history of the game. Even though we've shifted to a perimeter game, we've seen the skilled big men have MVP caliber seasons the last several years.
Williams knocks it away.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Ingles. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Charlotte again missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Offensive rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Defensive foul.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter, and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Hey, guys.
PA, he is a lead in every way, as are you. Thank you. Here's Carter, and just miss after miss right now.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From deep Washington. Rebound by Williams.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
That's his first.
And Kevin, how about his basketball journey, taking him from Australia to Spain, then Israel, before finally landing in the NBA at age 27. But Joe Ingles, boy, was well worth the wait.
And he grew up playing Australian rules football, and Ingles not afraid to mix it up.
And early in his career, guys would look to attack him one-on-one, but they learned the hard way. He's long, active, and uses anticipation about as well as anybody.
5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. There's Ball with the 3. Here's Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Carter Jr. plays with an impressive physicality. I think it's what makes defenders overcommit like this.
And Wendell Carter Jr., not the biggest center, Greg, listed at 6'10". In fact, most reports would have him pegged at 6'9".
And Carter Jr. plays like a 7-footer. Got that 7'4" wingspan and great head on his shoulders that levels the playing field with his height.
Pass to Bogdanovich for 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Ball. Good D by LeBron.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Hustle with it. Now guarded by Ball. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Doesn't take a lot for AD to get to the rim. With his length, he can throw it down easily.
Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Davis. The Hornets pull it in. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. LaMelo's got incredible passing ability.
Bogdanovich wide open. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Assist from.
Boy, nice job that time by P.J. Washington to knock down the shot after setting the screen.
Here's LeBron. And he goes deep with the dunk right over LaMelo Ball.
Well, he seems ageless at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time again. Remarkable. There's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Pass to LeBron. Launches the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Number 1. That's his first personal foul. The 4th team foul.
And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles.
Jalen McDaniels.
Outside, Russell.
Kelly Oubre.
Pass to Davis.
James Bouknight. Victor Oladipo.
There's 39 seconds left now here in the second. Misses from short range. Now Russell. Here's James. He takes it in. Basket good. James has got 7 now in this quarter.
Speed and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.
No good, unable to end this run.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
To the inside, Oladipo. And the rejection by LeBron.
Great anticipation that time from LeBron. He sees the shot forming and gets there to swat it down.
And so it's the Los Angeles. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Out to Russell. There's the triple. And they'll get another chance. Back to Williams. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Russell, no luck. And here's Charlotte. Carter with the bucket.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Carter's got the first bucket of the third here for Charlotte.
About as easy an assist as you could have that time for Rozier.
Russell with a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Took him no time at all on that one. Russell's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Lakers. Rozier for 3. Trains the three-pointer.
Rozier the third.
Rozier's got 5 now.
Hey, I saw that coming from a mile away. I tell you, Rozier wanted to rise to the challenge of their last 3 to see who owns the arc.
Here's Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Back to Washington. Outside ball. And Davis sends it back.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
The Lakers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. Charlotte making a switch here.
Anthony Davis.
And both free throws good for Davis.
You know, I tell you what, you can make a case he's the best player in the league. Davis is really the total package, both ends of the floor, and he continues to get better.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself, couldn't control himself there.
Second team.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's Davis. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Davis, a real mismatch inside because of his skill, size, and strength.
Here's Oubre. And Davis sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Number 1.
Rozier for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And James throws it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Floats it up for James.
Traveling violation.
And that's going to be a travel.
Hornets ball. Checking in for the away team.
And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Bouknight. To the middle. And Davis sends it back.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Coming under the floor for
The
your
Lakers
Hornets.
making a switch here.
Joe Ingles.
To the paint. Here's Bouknight. It's good. Bouknight's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
A 3 from Bogdanovich. That shot off. And it's the Hornets taking it the other way. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
2 minutes remaining.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Oubre. A second chance effort. And he converts the layup. He's got 8.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Pass to Davis. Looking for Cauley Stein. He gets it there. Here's Davis. And again, it's the Lakers.
You know, with his ability to stretch the floor, Davis really adds another dimension to his team's offense.
There's Russell with the 3. Nice D from Oladipo.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And they get it back. Good on the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
From deep Ingles. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Pass to Oladipo. Into the lane. Bouknight, no good.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Now here's Davis. scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
He doesn't hit that one. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Lakers on top, running away with it. And after a quick break.
Get loud. Here they are, your Laker girl.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Horton Tucker. Pass to Neto. Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed. Overall, probably a positive thing for the players.
Checking in for the away team, LaMelo Ball.
And here's the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the second game of a 5-game hosting. Buries the long-range jumper.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Ball, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Ingles in the corner. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Talen Horton-Tucker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
And the Hornets making a change here.
Terry Rozier III.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out of games. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best player.
Pass to Horton-Tucker. 4 on the clock. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the wing, Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Neto outside.
And they're not having as much success from long range as they did in the first half.
Here's Jones. Pass to Carey. The 11-footer. And the Hornets miss again. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Checking in for the away team, Wendell Carter Jr. P.J. Washington.
Here are the Lakers. Pass to Ingles. Here's Horton-Tucker. It's Collins with the drive. The shot will not fall. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. And here is Bouknight. Now here's Washington. He's guarded by Collins. And the rejection by Collins. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And stolen by Cauley Stein.
2 minutes remaining in this ball game.
Carter comes in with a double team. Pass to Neto. And Clark, you played in a very physical era. What do you think about the way fouls are called right now?
I really don't have a problem with it, Kevin. I mean, some of the fouls that were allowed in years past, way back in the 70s and 80s, I mean, those were borderline flagrant 3 kind of fouls. The game was more physical, and it was accepted as such, but I don't know if that was necessarily good for the game. I think now the way they have it set up and the way it's officiated as it relates to physicality and flagrant fouls, yeah, it may be a little bit too far the other way, but I think it's the right balance overall.
Pass to Ingles. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Davis.
Well, he was swatting shots all game long, really owned the defensive end and got a ton of blocks and really protected that rim.
Checking in for the away team, Kelly Oubre Jr.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on an 18-3 run. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Neto. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Charlotte's ball.
Here's Oladipo. Pass to Bouknight. Out left to the wing. Fires from deep. The three-pointer is right on target.
Bouknight. 3-pointer.
Here's Neto. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy. This could mean